Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Fantasy Bros. So it's been a while since I played, and that's why I'm getting this message again. And also, we have to find out who my soulmate is. Which apparently is Magic Pot. Okay, I guess. It's a reference to a monster in the mainline series that you can feed an elixir to get a massive amount of experience and money. But that's not important right now, because we'll be playing as Kain. While I know it's been a while since last time I updated, you might remember that Kain has been revealed to not be quite the betrayer as he was previously believed to be. So who is Kain? Well, he is a character from Final Fantasy IV. He spends most of the time in that game by betraying the party at almost every opportunity that he can. So, you know, it doesn't bode well for our hero. Outside of that, he starts the game off as a Dragoon. And Dragoons is a fairly well-known class for fans of Final Fantasy. Their signature move is Jump, and it's probably one of the better abilities in the game. It's certainly the best attack in this game. At the very least, it's the best attack that Kain has. And that's because it's not only gives him a lot of mobility, but since almost the whole animation of the jump is considered an attack, he is almost always invincible whenever he uses it. Whenever he's using it, I'm sorry. As such, it's almost favorable to use jump, and that's why his playstyle can be a lot more samey, more spammy than other characters. Incidentally, he is supposed to be a character with excellent air game, but most of his strength lies on being on the ground. So while Kain normally can only equip spears, he can also equip swords in this game. And later on in some of the Final Fantasies, Dragoons are allowed to equip swords and daggers, I believe. But in the mainline Final Fantasies, they receive a damage bonus from spears when they use jump. It's not particularly important in this game which weapon type you have equipped. Kain does have access to his own range attacks, but they are... well, the magic part of the very least is pretty bad, and I almost never use it. Some of his attacks can also be pretty hard to hit with, because they are set in the angles they attack in, and there's little you can actually do about that. But that's a problem that's going to be more evident further down the road, later on in his late game. But it's not something we have to worry about immediately.
Have you ridden yourself with a crest? Right!
Gonglia is a pretty interesting attack. It has somewhat short range, but if it actually hits, it will greatly extend its own range and send your opponent flying. But that is not to say that the range is unlimited, it's just very large. So on some maps it's actually possible to hit with Gungnir and not trigger the HP attack of it because it doesn't hit a wall, which it needs to do to actually trigger that part of its attack. And that's a weakness in most of Kain's attacks.
The mannequin's numbers are growing, day by day. I need to hide the others away. Rest will have to come later. Golbez, I believe what you told me. I will trust your words. Soldiers who take our forms. What foul magic is this?
I see the mannequins have begun to take their toll.
Golbez.
Fear not. I have not come to fight you. My purpose this day is merely one of observation. To see how you fare against the endless horde you face.
I trust you've seen. Who could have imagined I'd greet the end here, in this foreign world? Tell me one thing. If chaos triumphs, this place will be destroyed. Is that truly what you seek to bring about?
What victory will bring about is the end of fighting, not of the world itself. What purpose is there in explaining the truth to people doomed to disappear?
Disappear? You know something.
This war of the gods is endless. It has been repeated countless times already. Let me be clear. The safety of this world is assured. It must go on, because the war will. You do not believe me, do you?
Had you expected otherwise?
I suppose not. With no memories, it would seem absurd.
Explain.
You were bested in battle and revived to fight anew. The process of your revival required your memories be purged. You've forgotten that the cycle repeats itself, and thus you mistrust my words. Look to your deeper memories, and you will see the proof of what I say.
What deeper memories?
Those who are summoned to this world arrive with almost no recollection of their past. But you remember Cecil and I. You have memories of our homeworld. The more that you fight, the more those memories will return. That you have already remembered so much, that is proof that you...
Kain! Cecil!
My brother Cecil is the same as you. When we are first called here, we do not even remember those closest to us.
Kain, are you all right?
See for yourself. The truth is there if you seek it.
Missed. Kain, are you hurt?
No, I'm fine.
Good. We should go. It's best we all stay together.
Cecil, have you... your memory? It still hasn't returned, has it?
No. But I have begun remembering you. Bit by bit, the more we fight. It's the same for you, right? The more you fight, the more the pieces fit themselves together. Don't worry. As long as we keep fighting, our memories will come back eventually. We'll be all right.
As the fight wears on, our old memories return. A vague clue, but that much seems to be certain. More importantly, it is the sole proof we have as to this war's unending nature.
So, Golbez is the main antagonist of Final Fantasy IV. In the original game, he was the one that was brainwashing Kain to betray the party several times over. So it's interesting how he's also the cause of Pain's betrayal in this game. I mean, it's not mind control. But Kain is still acting under the influence of Golbez. And I'm just running around grabbing treasures. Because some of it is actually pretty good. Although 500 gil and an assist charge is not particularly exciting. Mesa Eye is a new chain skill. Well, it's not a chain, but it's a new skill we haven't seen yet. And it halves the HP of every opponent in a chain. That's really good. Rosetta Stones are items that I am stockpiling because they unlock more additional accessories, well, additional accessory slots for a character. And I'll be using them on characters who will be playing more than others. And Kain has just found his new murder victim. Firion is the main character representing Final Fantasy II, and his character design is actually pretty close to his original character design. At the very least for the remake of Final Fantasy II. I'm just checking to make sure which chain works. And incidentally, the jump chain is actually useful for once. But I'm not going to use it quite yet.
Have you ridden yourself with a
Kain is a character that can get heavily punished depending on the terrain he is fighting on. And this map is a little bit unfavorable to him, considering he will, in most optimal conditions, he is standing on the ground, so he can use jump over and over again. His attacks does allow him to get greater control over where he puts his enemies. the air game at the very least. So while he is disadvantaged in the air game, in maps like these, it's only because he doesn't have access to his best attack. He is still pretty good overall. Anyways, it's time to pick up another useless summon stone. I don't even know why I'm going for them anymore. Before we check out the stone though, let's take a look at Kain's X mode. Kain's X mode is different from other characters in that instead of giving a unique passive effect, it gives him a unique attack that he can use while in X mode. Lancet is a really good skill, by the way. And this is Shiva, the summon stone we picked up. Freezing an opponent's bravery whenever they just did an attack is pretty bad. Anyways, this is me using a ton of abilities to give me a huge advantage in this upcoming chain. So, to note on chains, even though that this chain doesn't activate on the opponents that are right next to me, opponents will always get drawn into a chain if they're next to you. No matter what chain skill you use. So whenever Kain uses X mode, his face gets revealed. And I don't really know why. I think it's I mean, what I meant to say is that I think it's a unique artwork for Dissidia. Because his face isn't revealed in the original game, and I don't think it's revealed in the sequel either. Because, surprise, Final Fantasy IV actually got a sequel, although way after the game was made. Incidentally enough, Kain's X-Burst is also unique to this game. It's not drawn from the original game. Because in Final Fantasy IV, characters didn't have any desperation attacks or limit breaks or super moves of any kind. So this is the challenge fight for this gate. And as you can see, I'm very close to being one-shotted already. Don't worry, Kain is pretty strong and Emperor is pretty weak, so I'm not too worried. Also, the two moons you can see is supposed. Well, I don't really know what it's a reference to, because I think there's only one moon in Final Fantasy IV, if I remember correctly. And I know that the party does go to the moon eventually. What you're seeing now is how every challenge fight is going to be with Kain in the future. It's just jump spam. I know it seems a bit newbie to play like that, but whatever works, works. And I didn't want to take a risk.
Are you prepared? Dragon skip to me!
So the attack that Kain get access to is Lancet. And why he only has it in X mode is because whenever he hits with it, he gets healed for the amount of damage it does. Not only that, it also immediately replenishes his bravery to its base amount. So you can pretty much effectively spam it all the time and get a lot of health back.
Dragon's Grasp! With all my strength! Power! Lance of the Covenant!
Like this.
What I begin, I finish.
Also, pay no mind that I'm suddenly level 17. It's totally not at all because I forgot to showcase off Kain's Lancet move in the normal run, and I totally didn't have to splice that in. Anyways, our reward for the challenge is a unique weapon for Kain. And it's actually pretty good, so I'm going to use it. All exclusive weapons are pretty good. That's totally not ominous at all, Kain. But with that said, we're done. Goodbye.